welcome back to another video. Today we're back with something a bit different. It's not a preview, it's not a vlog. This time we're giving you our insight of the news that has just come out. Swansea City have sacked their head coach Michael Duff. Obviously that was announced yesterday. Apologies for the late response in doing a reaction to this. We didn't manage to record it yesterday as it was released quite late. But yeah, we're going to give you our thoughts on it anyway. So the way we're going to do it, we're just going to talk a little bit about whether we think it's the right decision or not, and then we're going to go on to talk about who can possibly come in to replace him. But yeah, for me personally, I'm a bit 50-50 on it. I don't know whether it's the right decision or not. I think personally I would have given him more time. I don't know about you, Luke. Do you reckon he deserved more time, or do you reckon it was the right time for him to go?
Well, in my opinion, I think he deserved more time. I did actually get a lot of criticism for voicing my opinion, but yeah, at the end of the day, we all have an opinion on something. No one's ever right, no one's ever wrong. So, but yeah, I honestly believe he needed a bit more time. I think 4 months into the season, and to not have a replacement lined up straight away, that's why personally for me, I think it's a shocking decision. But at the end of the day, I think he did need to go. I think the results, we weren't playing a nice style of football under him really. So, that's why I'm 50-50 on it. But yeah, that's just my view.
Yeah, I agree with you, to be honest. I think he did need to go, but I do think it was, a bit too early. Obviously, as you said, it'd be interesting to see if we had, someone lined up, because, the fact that he just went like that after the Huddersfield game. So, my sort of thinking is that maybe he was told, 3 points in this game or you're gone, basically, because, the fact that it was, 2 days after the Huddersfield game, and then he just went like that. So I'm thinking, obviously, either he was told beforehand or we had a replacement lined up, which hopefully we do have a replacement lined up, which we're going to obviously touch on later on in the video. But yeah, I definitely think it was a bit too early. At the start of the season, I was a bit 50-50. At the start, I wasn't Duff out because obviously, he needed time. Look at Russell Martin, and then obviously we went on that winning streak. And I thought, we could turn something here, but I wasn't going to get too carried away because, I know it can just change like that. And obviously on the run that we were on just before he got sacked, it wasn't exactly the best run at all. And, I definitely thought he deserved more time. I think it's a stupid point in the season to, sack him. But I do think ultimately he needed to go at some point. And you could see, that it was clear by the results and the performances that we weren't really improving. And in my opinion, the one thing I like about it is it does show that the owners are, more ambitious than previous years, because obviously they don't usually give they don't usually sack managers this early on. And obviously the fact that at the start of the season, I think they were aiming for promotion, and now they've seen that, before Christmas, we're not getting anywhere near that. So the fact they've got rid of Michael Duff does show me and show all the fans, that they are, looking to be more ambitious. But yeah, what would you say about the owners anyway?
Yeah, well, it definitely shows some intent, to sack him very early on. I think it's a brave move. And yeah, it just proves that obviously Andy Coleman, who is up there with our club, I think we all saw his message after obviously Duff getting sacked, and I think it's just a brave decision, to be honest. I am quite happy he's gone, just because we weren't playing nice stuff under him, and I think the owners, maybe they are actually starting to care about us now, and properly try and help the club out and try and do us a favour. Yeah,
and then we're now going to touch on who we want to replace him. We're going to say who we think will replace him and who we personally want to replace him. Obviously, there's a few candidates. John Eustace, Nathan Jones, and Gary Rowett being thrown in there. There's all sort of names, that are being thrown in. Tony Mowbray as well. So, there's all sort of names that are being thrown in there. So, it'd be interesting to see who we will go with. Personally, and I think it speaks on behalf of a lot of Swansea fans, I don't want Nathan Jones. Obviously, he's a Cardiff fan. And I don't think he'd really suit us, to be honest. Same with Gary Rowett. So for me, I'd personally like John Eustace. I know he turned us down a few times before, but, maybe it is his time to, to join Swansea and see what he can do. But yeah, in terms of who I want, I think it'll be John Eustace. But in terms of who I think we'll get, do you know what? I really don't know. I think we might end up with Gary Rowett, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, who do you want to get, and who do you think we'll get?
Well, yeah, I do agree with Eustace. I'm not too sure if he would come. As you said, he turned us down a couple of times. But then again, that was when he was manager of Birmingham. Obviously now he's not manager of any club, so, I don't see why he'd want to, turn us down, really. We'll give him the money. And, I'm sure he'd want to try and help us out, Eustace, he did a very good job at Birmingham. Never should have got sacked. The only reason why he got sacked, obviously, got new ownership. And they wanted to bring a big name into the building. And obviously it hasn't worked out for Birmingham since Rooney's took over. So I think Eustace would be a great appointment. I also think Kevin Muscat would be a good appointment as well. We're linked to him in the summer before we got Duff in the end. So I think he'd definitely be a good candidate. I would also take Tony Mowbray as well. I know he's only just recently been sacked from Sunderland and maybe, he might want some time out of football, which is fair enough. And obviously with him being, a Northern lad, obviously he's a Sunderland fan. Obviously it is a bit of a trek to come down here. So I think, overall I would go for John Eustace, who I think will get... I have no idea, to be honest with you, I have no idea. But I hope it's John Eustace, though, so I'll go for him for the time being.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see who we get. But obviously, once again, a massive thanks for watching this. We will be back on Friday night for our match preview ahead of Rotherham away. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, cheers.